A few days ago, my younger sibling gave me a small gift. It was a handmade cross-stitch frame. As I looked at every carefully stitched thread, I suddenly became curious. When did people begin making cross-stitch? And why, even after hundreds of years, do we still enjoy creating things with just a needle and thread? Today, let's explore the history and origins of cross-stitch. In fact, the history of embroidery is much older than cross-stitch itself. Humans have used thread to decorate clothing and fabric for thousands of years. Ancient Egypt, China, and Central Asia already had sophisticated embroidery techniques long ago. Back then, embroidery was more than decoration. It represented social status, religious beliefs, and even family identity. Since all fabric was handmade, needlework was considered a valuable and important skill. The form of cross-stitch we recognize today began developing in medieval Europe. Its defining feature was the simple X-shaped stitch. This method worked perfectly on evenly woven fabric, making it easier to create detailed patterns. Cross-stitch became especially popular in monasteries and noble families. It was used to decorate religious clothing and church fabrics, and it was also considered an essential skill for noble women. People stitched not only flowers and ornaments, but also Bible stories, letters, and symbolic designs. By the 16th and 17th centuries, samplers became popular across Europe. A sampler was a piece of fabric used to practice stitches and patterns. Young girls often learned sewing by stitching alphabets, numbers, codes, and floral designs. In a way, samplers were like personal portfolios. Interestingly, many of those samplers are now valuable historical records. They reveal the language, lifestyle, culture, and values of their time. After the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century, cross-stitch became a much more accessible hobby. Mass production made fabric and thread affordable for ordinary people. Pattern books also became widely available. People decorated their homes with cross-stitched landscapes, flowers, and meaningful codes. During the Victorian era, detailed needlework was seen as a sign of patience and refinement. Cross-stitch became more than a hobby. It symbolized dedication and care. Today, cross-stitch is being rediscovered in new ways. Beyond traditional patterns, people now create designs inspired by movies, games, and pop culture. In our digital age, many people find comfort in making something slowly by hand, filling each tiny square one stitch at a time. It can feel surprisingly calming, almost meditative. Perhaps the reason cross-stitch has survived for centuries is because the process itself matters just as much as the final result. Now, I look once again at the small cross-stitch gift from my sibling. Inside each tiny stitch lies a history much longer than I expected. For centuries, people have spent their time sewing for someone they cared about. And maybe that is the most beautiful thing about cross-stitch. It carries both time and affection within every stitch. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.